Hi, hello. Eric from Absolute Instruments here. What I would like to do in this session is to show how do we use the Svantek Supervisor software to do some recalculations inside the logger files. So if I go and open up my Supervisor software and select the Supervisor Advanced Mode and click on OK. So I'm going to use a sample file within the Supervisor software. So how do I go and take a look at the files that I already have? Come over to the top here that says Data Browser, click on Data Browser, and then we have the sample files. So I'll pick a noise dosimeter data files. So from this noise dosimetry, we have information, and I'll pick the one with 8 hours of duration here, so full day. So if I double click on this particular file fullday.svl, double click, I will have opened up one session on top. So on this tab here, I have information on the session header, instrument configuration, as well as the logger results. So at the logger results file, currently I'm only seeing like lines, flat lines, because in my configuration here the results is presenting a summary result. So instead of showing summary result, I want to take a look at the time history. Let's pick the LAEQ for this profile one, which is under OSHA. So if we pick that, and of course here our graph is not scaled correctly, so let's say I scale it that way. Now if I want to right now what I have here is that at the bottom here, if you take a look, there are start, there are duration, and there's this LAQ orange in color. Let's open up this a little bit bigger so that we can see them better. So at this bottom table here, we have all this information. Now it starts from time scale here about 9 in the morning until probably like sometime around this time. So exactly what time is it? Uh, I would normally suggest we can go into the graph, right click in the graph and do a invert block selection. So if I do an invert block selection now, notice that we have something inside here that says inside the block, which means that inside this block that starts from 9:21 and 36 and ran for 8 hours, I have so-called a LAQ of 90.7. Now, if I come over to the top here and right click at the start, I can actually show the stop time, right? Say show the stop time. So I can start, stop, and duration. And of course, there are other things that if I right click, I can show whole data. So I have all this information that is available in the there. So now I've start, I've stop, and I've duration. Let's say I go to inside the block and I click and try to activate this part here, double click. Okay, so the time that I have here recorded is 9:21:36. Let's say I want to round it off to 9:30, right? So I want to select the block from 9:30 and say, for example, I want to, the duration, I want to round it off to 7 hours, 7 hours instead of the so-called odd durations. Then if I hit enter, so basically what I have here is from 9:30 to 430, the LAEQ is 90.7. So this is how we can recalculate, the LEQ between a particular start point and a particular end point. Let's try something. Let's say I do 4 hours. Let's double click and then select 4 hours, hit enter. So notice that the recalculated is 91.1. Now how do I export? This recalculation is only for this logger results. If I want to take a look at how the report would look like, I would do a preview, come up to the top here and do this words with a magnifying glass. So generating a report preview. So with that, I have the report being generated. So I have information and I've got this information. So I have this the inside the block, the LEQ for the type history is 91.1. So I hope this would be useful for you, and have a good day. Bye bye.